Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Angie Lyle and I live in Kansas City, and I love to make videos about Kansas City and around Kansas City, and a lot of those videos entail wildlife transports because I love to take injured baby wildlife to rehabbers all around the state of Missouri. But today is not that day, my friends. Today I have to clean out the van and I have to get all of these recyclables to scraps so that I can put the bed in my van and start camping in my van and start making cool videos about camping in my van. You get the gist. So today's a work day. It'll be interesting. I have no idea what to expect right now. It's a little gloomy, but I think the sun is coming out. I think it is. So I got to back the van into the driveway. And so, yeah, let's get started. Okay, so y'all know I've had this mess in the back of my van for quite a while, and it has been really creeping out of the boxes. It's been kind of becoming a big mess, and I need to take all this stuff to scraps or to the recycle center, their respective places, which means I actually need to sort this stuff out and get it into a cohesive mess, if you will. And then I have some other stuff here. I have these brand new waders that I bought for the stream cleanup, which I never used. And I'm going to keep them though, because I like to have the opportunity to get into the water if I need to and not get wet. And so I'm going to keep those. And, you know, a few other things need to be cleaned out. I'm going to remove this seat and flatten everything in the back so that I can start working on my bed situation. Because as I mentioned in the previous videos, I really want to start camping, you know, and this van provides a perfect way to do that. I'm not really into tent camping, although I do have a nice tent. It's just a lot of extra work when you can just easily set up your van, and your van is providing you a solid surrounding. So like if there are bears in your area, for example, and yes, we do have bears in Kansas City. It's a little known secret, but they are creeping up here. So I say up because they're coming from southern Missouri, southern and eastern Missouri. So, or is it western Missouri? I don't know. I don't know where they're coming from. They're coming from somewhere. We have bears. And so I'm not going to freak everybody out, but if I'm going to be camping, especially down in southern or eastern or wherever country areas, I don't want to be worrying about bears. So I have my dogs too. I want them to be in a safe environment. So I need them to be able to be in here, and I need to be able to stay cool in the summer, warm in the winter, that sort of thing. So I am just kind of working on some solutions for that right now. It entails a bed, because last time I slept in here, I did not have a bed and I did not sleep. Water. It is so windy out here. It's crazy windy. I think it's because the temperatures are warming up. I got all of this stuff from my mother-in-law's estate. So I have a couple of easels, and I think those are going to be something that scraps can use. Scraps is a thrift store that's primarily for art supplies, school supplies. All right, so what I need to do is I have to sort through this stuff and get rid of whatever I know they won't take. It's so windy, it's really windy. I know that they'll take paper, but I'm not so sure about these green and manila folders. I know that they will take cross stitching. So I'm gonna put all the cross stitch stuff in here. This is cross stitch. This is cross stitching. These are cross stitching patterns and projects for cross stitch. You know, that says Velveeta cheese. I know that's not really Velveeta cheese in my hands. No, No, no. Okay, these are they cross-stitching things? I don't know what they are. All right, guys, we have a mystery. We don't know. We know it's not Velveeta cheese. There's 2 boxes of these things. So I will look those up to see what they are and if they're cross-stitch. Okay, these look like matches. That looks stitch and zip. Those are notions. These are American flags. I don't know if they want those. This is a cute little bag. They probably don't need that. More American flags, office supplies, popsicle sticks and pipe cleaners, giant pencils. These are Sundance designs. Okay, they're cross-stitch patterns. Effacer. They look like erasers for a pencil or something, but it says Co-Elar binds a effacer. I don't know what this is for, but it seems like it could be like piping, maybe. I don't know. Okay, here's some more cross-stitch, beadwork, drop a sleeve pattern, plains Indian cloth dress patterns. So this is so you could do your own beading on your dresses. Second skin leather patterns. Okay, I know she had a bunch of buckskin. I need to see if it's buckskin or what, but I think people would appreciate that. This is a cross-stitch book. These are stickers, just random folders. This is now kind of more office stuff. Now we're getting into model stitch trinkets. Here's a whole nice empty sewing kit. Hopefully they can use that. Fingertips for all occasions. More cross stitch. She really did like cross stitching. Dragonfly dance. Here's like a little cross stitching trinket. I guess fabric you can cross stitch onto. Tons of cross stitching. Things to cross stitch onto. This is interesting. It's not really heavy enough to be a clothesline, but it's string. Oh, it's a lanyard. A lanyard thing. Okay, I'm not sure. Not sure on this one. And also, I know that scraps won't take these binders. So binders for sure are going to Savers. That's our other thrift store. Takes everything. Yep, it's getting nice out. That's what all this wind is about. Burlap and rope for sure. I bet they will take that. This is more of the same. Pipe cleaners, completely unopened boxes of recipe box, completely unopened. So I think they would want those. This is probably 40 pounds or 100 pounds of materials that are going to be diverted from the landfill. Nylon string. It's great for beading. It's also great for getting wrapped up and stuff. This needs to go into its own bag because it's a kit. Okay, I found out what these are. And so if you think you know what it is, let me know in the comments. There's a lot of them. And I will say they are for cross stitch. They were all the rage in the 80s and the 90s. So these are going to go in the cross stitch box, but I'm gonna put them in a bag for transparency. And so people don't think that there's actually Velveeta in there. I applaud her ability to reuse a box. Okay, so this is going in cross stitch. Very heavy over there. Then I have this other box, recipe cards. I don't know about this stuff. I need a box for, I don't know. Yeah, this is great because that might go to Savers. I don't know. That's the point. I think they will take colored paper. Clipboards, I think they will take. Rulers, I know they will take. Random notes. No. Really outdated graph paper, maybe. Scissors, probably. Look at this cool material. I'm sure that they will take that. Envelopes, scissors. I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, sticky letters. Those have got to be valuable for scrapbooking. Making progress. Oh my gosh, it's a Mr. Rogers postcard I just found. If you guys remember Mr. Rogers. All right, they will not take envelopes of any kind. So, and envelopes are actually something that I use from time to time. So I'll put that over here. They will take the paper, but they will not take green hanging folders. Okay, here is the finished, organized mess. And now I only have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes and those big items there on the back of that seat. And once I get rid of all of those, I will be able to lay down the seats, get rid of the seats, and tomorrow I can start working on my bed. Oh, that is a pretty bird. That is a pretty bird. Okay, we are going to Scraps to take all this stuff. So glad to get this stuff out of my car. Stuff's been in there a long time. So the pothole is back. Apparently they fixed it while I was in Europe, and they fixed it the exact same way. So of course, the guy with the giant delivery truck who parks in his driveway has destroyed the repair again. So it's not as bad, somewhat avoidable, but I'll be glad to get rid of all that stuff. Then I can take the chair out, as I've said, fold the other chair down. I'm going to bring out the twin bed frame that I picked up off Marketplace for like $25. It came with a mattress. It is a pretty good sized bed. Like, it fills up the entire back. However, it's not hard to maneuver and break down. So my thinking on this is that I lay it on its side, and that will give me plenty of room for the dogs to travel. But when I'm ready to sleep, I will put it up on some patio pavers that I have. I'm going to put in the car to raise up the bed as much as I possibly can and allow the dogs to kind of sprawl underneath it however they see fit. They will not be allowed on my bed. So I hope that is good enough for them. This guy he was riding homeless on his cardboard. Turn right onto Ward Parkway. The green marker. I feel like there's probably going to be a lot more people who end up homeless. And that in and of itself worries me, and as an adult who has lost a good chunk of our income. You know, I used to have big clients. I don't feel like I need to go into all of the celebrity clients that I have worked for in the past. The point is, I'm not working for them anymore. And that is, you know, as a contractor, it's their prerogative. They can hire who they want, whenever they want. But I've worked for celebrity clients, and that has funded a lot of my current savings account. And as such, that's what it's there for. It's so important to have that as a backup, because you never know, especially when you're a creator and you're
a business owner, you never know what conditions may cause your job to become obsolete. So more and more people are going to find themselves unable to pay their bills, possibly evicted. And I would hope that they can learn how to pivot like I am doing to try to do something else to get by, to make it through the tough times. I would love to be able to figure that out before I've depleted my savings. And I have lots of options. I picked up a client in London. I'm super happy for that. So, and I'm still doing social media, so it's not dead completely, my job. But I feel like I'm on a good path to doing something different. The resource reclamation is going to be helpful for people. I know you saw that guy fly by me. This is a 35-mile-an-hour road. Anyway, and people are definitely, they fly through here like 70 miles an hour. People have died on this road a lot. And this is like what I would call the rich people road, because all the houses around here are like $1 million houses. They treat this like it's a highway, but it is definitely not. Definitely not. It's a parkway, people. That house is so cool. It has all these lions out front, big pillars. It looks old school, but it's probably $1 million house. I used to want a big house. I'm sure a lot of people that are watching are dream of having a huge house. But I tell you what will kill that dream so fast is watching hoarders, okay? Because a big house needs to be filled with stuff. And just having a big house is just an invitation to fill it, because we are humans, our biology, our brains, we have to fill the empty space. So that's the first thing you should do if you want a big house. And the second is to inherit someone else's estate that has a big house. And that's a little bit harder for somebody to actually go through, but having seen this personal estate that I'm working on, it is a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff, and it will kill your desire to have stuff in your own house. As a matter of fact, I have been working on trying to empty my house because I want to sell it eventually, and I have like accumulated 30 years worth of things in this house, from the time that I was in college all the way up to today. So there were a lot of unfinished art projects in the basement that need to be dealt with, and Marie Kondo style. So that's another Netflix show you can tune into to kill your desire to hoard things and to have a big house. And it's a perfectly natural desire. We are subjected to messages of consumerism all our lives. So don't feel bad if you're thinking to yourself, oh gosh, I got way too much stuff myself. Don't feel bad, because that is the product of our conditioning. So once you realize that, you can actually start to look around the stuff and realize what it is about it that you want or don't want. Okay, I have arrived at Scraps. There's lots of really colorful people here shopping. Awesome. And I am about to unload a bunch of stuff on them through the donation door. So wish me luck. All right, so the final number was 64 pounds. That's how much all that stuff weighed that I just took in. They took everything that I brought them. And yeah, super awesome. Beautiful. I'm really hoping for another transport call soon, but I want to have this bed installed in here and ready to go before that happens, so that it's just an easy pack and go. So yeah, that's my goal. Okay, well, there you have it.
clean van. I cannot wait to get this van set up for a camp out. Now, I don't know when that's going to be because I started thinking about it on the way back that the garage needs to be cleaned out really before I can put the seats in there and still have room to maneuver my lawnmower, because as the seasons are coming, into full bloom, the grass does need to be mowed. So I need to be able to get into my garage and get the things out for lawn maintenance. So that means that I need to clean the garage first. Oh, I lost my little poofy thing. I hope I find it. Anyway, I I don't know where I lost it. Lost it somewhere. I was trying because it was so windy. Um Anyway, so that's it for this video. I really appreciate y'all watching so long and hanging out with me. And tell me if there's a place like Scraps in your neighborhood, because I think it's really super helpful for especially homeschool parents or parents who are just kind of what do they call it? Pre-K, preschool aged kids. Can really find a lot of cheap and affordable activities, crafts, kits, all of that stuff at Scraps. So I encourage you to look for a place like that in your neighborhood and let me know in the comments if you do have one and where it's at, because that would be kind of fun to visit, right? Anyway, until next time, I hope you guys stay well and I will catch you in the next video.